Hey agents, it's Dispatch. Welcome to another new series called Build or Bust, where I review other agents' builds. In this series, we'll talk through the good parts of the build, the less efficient parts, and how we can make them even better. Let's get stuck into it. First in the series is Kamikaze Von Doom, with one of his, as he calls it, Never Die builds. Through a series of unfortunate events, he ends up dying in this video, but we'll get to that and try and see why. So here's the build. He doesn't show it until 20 minutes into the video, so yikes. Anyway, it's a 2-piece System Corruption, 2-piece Bellstone, Emperor's Guard, and Death Grips. 2 reds, 4 blues, all regen minor attributes except one, which is crit damage. Mods are Armor on Kill. He's got the Liquid Engineer backpack and Everyday Carrier chest piece. He's using 2 weapons with Preservation for more armor on kill, a mop and the Vector 9mm. He's got a Reviver Hive and Banshee, so he's running Gunner for more armor on kill. So let's break this build down. 867,000 armor on kill with the mop and not including Preservation, and 1.4 million armor. The biggest problem with this build is that it relies on armor on kill, but he doesn't have enough damage to secure the kill. As you can see, basically the only damage boosts he has are on his 2 weapon damage cores. Even his mop doesn't have damage to targets out of cover because, well, it's the mop. Especially with something like Bloodsucker, which is capable of giving you 120% of your armor back on kill if you stack it high enough, you need damage in order to keep that buff going. If the timer runs out, your stacks run out, and then you're just back to getting 10% armor on kill. That is a huge loss in effectiveness of this talent. Even with a lot of damage, it can be hard to get the maximum benefit, as we've discussed in previous videos. In this case, Adrenaline Rush would be incredibly more effective, especially since we are using such close range weapons. Efficient is a really good talent, and Bellstone is a good stat as well. I'm glad he has these instead of something like Unbreakable. The next problem is that he isn't running a shield or traps. He's missing out on a tier 4 shield, which would give him an additional 3.4 million more in shield health and 55,000 active shield repair. That's almost as much as he is getting from all of his armor regen. We're talking 2 brand bonuses and 6 minor attributes, just by changing his skill. Using a shrapnel or shock trap would also allow that armor on kill to be triggered by the traps. See Blizzak's video in the description. At this level of armor, the mods are only giving us 1.3% armor on kill each, which is awful. And the armor regen minors are also only giving us 0.35% armor regen apiece. So both of those are way below the efficiency curve. Not to mention, having a 2-piece of System Corruption is also super inefficient. The Banshee Pulse also doesn't have very much crowd control ability, which wouldn't matter as much if we had damage, but we don't. There's also a nuance here with the weapons. As I said earlier, they're missing damage talents, and the mop is missing damage to targets out of cover. Especially with the Vector, we've got a high rate of fire, low damage weapon, so it doesn't have a lot of total mag damage. This means you're going to have to go through a reload or more to kill the enemy, lengthening your time to kill. If we were using an SMG with more per bullet damage, we'd be better off. It's also pretty hard to get headshots with shotguns and SMGs due to their poor accuracy, so we probably aren't getting maximum efficiency out of Preservation, even though it is quite strong. So we've established that this build is really inefficient. A paradox surely, with perfectly efficient on his chest piece, but true all the same. It's an overly defensive Hunter's Fury essentially. Speaking of which, we'd be better running that on this build. Armor on kill requires skills. Hunter's Fury would provide better crowd control, more damage, and some armor on kill. A shield makes sense with any number of armor cores to keep us alive, but if instead we're going to lean into more of that team tank role, we should probably lean completely into regen, repairs, a shield, and let the armor and kill go. There are some other options here, not as powerful as Hunter's Fury, but still workable and more efficient than this build. One build that you could try is 2-piece Sokolov, Death Grips, 2-piece Bellstone, and 1-piece Grupo with Adrenaline Rush or Memento. Throw on a shield. With the Ninja Bike backpack, we have some additional options. Memento is still a lot more efficient when fully stacked, but this will give you all the bonuses up front. This is also probably better for more mid-range since you don't have to run over the trophies, like Memento would. Long range, we should probably go for an MMR, Hotshot, Ninja Bellstone build or something like that, but we won't get into that. So if we're using the Ninja Bike backpack, we could try 1-piece Sokolov or whatever weapon damage brand, 1-piece Bellstone, 1-piece System Corruption, 1-piece Uzina, 1-piece Walker, or something along those lines. Let me know in the comments what other ideas you all have. Do you agree with me that this build just doesn't really make a whole lot of sense? Thanks for watching, agents. Let me know what you thought of our new series, Build or Bust, and what other builds we should take a look at in the future. Like this content if you want to see more. Don't dislike the video. Nobody likes a Dark Zone Debbie Downer. Once again, agents, this has been Dispatch. Take care out there.